I know what you're thinking. I got a haircut, didn't I? Well, yes, I did. Also, I'm not Tom. My name's Bevan Ward, and Tom has invited me to commandeer his channel to talk to you about true altruism and if it really exists. While there's no denying that altruism does exist. No, not her, she just took money from criminals to spread the Catholic Church while at the same time spending her days bathing in the suffering of Indian children, so she'd feel closer to God, while also forcibly baptising these Hindu people while on their deathbeds. Sorry, death cots, because they didn't provide real beds. We're not sure exactly what they spent their money on because they're the only charity in all of India that didn't disclose their tax records. And that's always a good sign. I wonder how she felt about walls. Anyway, psychologists and philosophers argue there's no such thing as true altruism. See, we've evolved through natural selection, where the genes most likely to give you offspring have been passed on, while those that haven't died off. So why would the gene for altruism ever be passed on? See, if you give someone your resources, that means you have less for you and your children, right? While this is true on an individual level, humans don't work that way. We're social creatures. See, the only way we've been able to make it to the top of the food chain is by working together, which is why some people argue that altruism is repaid through social bonding, because we're much more likely to hang out with a guy who shares his stuff, especially if he has a boat. So we can understand public displays of altruism help small communities coexist. Yet what about anonymous donations to charity? Because for those of means, there can be something even more valuable than your esteem in the community. Self-esteem, which is something we're quite short on in modern day society. And we intuitively feel better about ourselves if we make an anonymous donation to charity, rather than if we loudly announce it to the world. But my question is, does it matter if there's no such thing as true altruism as long as there's a net benefit? See, Walmart raised its minimum wage to $11 an hour after Trump cut the federal corporate tax to 21%. However, it's worth noting that of the $1.9 billion Walmart's saving due to these tax cuts, they're only passing on $300 million to its employees in terms of wage rises, the rest presumably going into a Scrooge McDuck type vault. Or like how Amazon recently raised its minimum wage to $15 an hour, even if they only did this for some free publicity and some good social standing on the lead up to Christmas. But does this matter? Because while their intentions were not pure, it still means that hundreds of thousands of low-income American families have more money in their pocket at the end of the week. So as long as you're doing something good, I don't think it matters why. So that's what a typical episode looks like. The theme to this channel, if there is one, is exploring ideas that I find interesting. So recent episodes include why pre-workouts are overpriced and ineffective. I go through the science why we always have room for dessert, why internet piracy is on the rise again and how to fix it, and why joke theft is such a big deal. So if any of that sounds interesting, come subscribe to The Bevan Ward Show, link may be in the comments below. And ask yourself, what's Tom's real motivation for letting me promote my channel on his?
Hey, that was great. Check out Bevan's channel by clicking the button above or in the link in the description. Peace.